My favorite thing to say is that youth are not leaders of tomorrow, they are leaders today. And I think it's ridiculous that we tell them, eventually you will be a leader. They are making decisions now. They see the same problems that the adults in our province are seeing, and they want to make a difference.
So I know we're talking about the housing crisis.
Gender equality.
What's most important to me would be education. I find it too expensive.
Full-scale rehab clinic on Prince Edward Island.
Mental health service and addiction services that are not provided as much or that are not openly talked about as much.
Obviously, immigration is a big one for me.
Having Narcan available in the public.
It's getting increasingly difficult to find a doctor that caters to your need in the right way because there are not enough doctors on the island.
And also ER wait times.
Equal opportunities for everyone.
I mean, we're all here today for the same reason. We want to be heard. So I think that just goes to show how excited we are.
The Coalition is hosting our first ever Girls and Gender Diverse Youth Parliament, which has brought together youth ages 14 to 19 from across the province. And I mean from Georgetown to Tignish. They divided themselves. We're in government and opposition. They elected their leaders.
I'm actually opposition leader.
Deputy Premier.
Minister of Immigration.
The Minister of Status of Women.
Co-Minister of Social Development.
I'm very grateful and very privileged to have this honor of being the Premier for the government side for this youth parliament.
And right now, they are deciding how they're going to format their motions, bills, and responses.
Make bills and motions and present them in front of the legislator and try to make a change.
On my way here, my parents were like being immigrants themselves, coming over and having this opportunity to speak and debate with my peers about the future issues of the island is super amazing.
We're all just here to kind of get the youth standpoint on government and kind of educating ourselves on everything.
My group is amazing and I'm very excited to see what the opposition has to bring to the table.
This afternoon, our group is traveling to the Legislative Assembly, who is kindly hosting us for this event. They will enter the chamber and they will host their very first mock parliament.
Representing themselves and representing the women and gender diverse people and saying what they believe in and speaking what their truth.
I like the thought of changing the world and making it a better place.
Politics is all around us. In everything that we do, I go to school, there's laws. I drive, I'm starting to drive, there's laws. So it's always around us and it's definitely something that has such a huge impact on us. And as an immigrant myself, I understand the struggles that newcomers face on the island, and that's something that I really want to vouch for, and I want to voice the opinions of newcomers.
I also think it's important to realize how privileged we are. Seeing as there's a lot of war going on in the world right now and a lot of women who don't have the opportunity to put their kids at the table where we sit.
We're doing this simply. Representation matters and youth voices matter.
For other generations to hear our standpoints and to maybe take that into consideration whenever they go back into the ledge.
Most of the issues we face, they don't face them because they faced them decades ago and they don't even know that it currently exists. And I feel youth are at the forefront of what is happening and they can better relate to that.
I think we are capable of changing a lot of things on P.E.I.
We have just the same rights as men and we can do just as much as they do, maybe even better.
If I can help people, I will, and I'm not going to stop until I can change the world. Because I think we're the ones that are going to run the world next.
I think it's very important for women, especially minority groups, both women and different racial groups, to have a specific voice to be able to shout and tell their perspective on any issues.
Learn a little bit more about things like voting, for example, how powerful that voting can even be. Even though people think it's not something that's important, it really is. And it can make a change.
And that you don't have to be a politician to be invested in politics. You can bring bills to the MLA or to your provincial government, no matter how you do it, even if it's through a mock parliament like this or through contacting your MLA. Just no matter how well you do it, your voice is never too small.